Hey, what's good guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we're back here in Folsom, California at Lifetime, and we are about to talk about the performance on these bad boys right here. This, my friends, is Spencer Dinwiddie's K8IROS. I always forget how to say this. It doesn't even matter. His second shoe, the Mark II, it's fucking awesome. So per usual, we're starting off with the outsole of the shoe, and these guys performed really good. I was really surprised because we have WearTesters Discord community members that actually have played in the original model, and they said that the one thing that they wish that shoe had, that they seem to have lacked over these guys right here, was that the original model just really had poor traction, and it looks like that was a primary focus on this second edition redesign, because this traction right here worked great. Radial traction is something that typically works well, not always, but typically, and sometimes the rubber compound, which you guys can see right here, is translucent, does have a little bit of an effect on the traction itself. Luckily for me, I was able to play in two different versions of this shoe. One of them was solid rubber, the other one is this guy right here with the translucent, and I actually prefer this one, not because the previous was bad or anything, it's just because these are just ultra sticky and I really like it. I don't know how well the detail is showing, but there's a lot of dust and debris, got some pubage. Because, you know, while the floors over here at Lifetime are as clean as they can get them, and much cleaner than other gyms elsewhere, you just can't help some of the man stuff that just happens while you're on a basketball court. Now, as far as the fit as the shoe goes, these guys are only available in full sizes. So I talked about this a little bit in their initial video, and what I would recommend is if you wear a whole size, go with that size. So me personally, I wear size 9, that's what these are, and they fit very snug, very one-to-one, but that's what I would recommend. Now, if you wear a 9.5, I think that these are gonna be too tight for you. So what I would do in that case is go up to a 10. What you'll have is that little bit of kind of like finger space that you typically have in sneakers, or that you typically should have, and so it should fit you then true to size. But if you wear a whole size, I'd go with that. I would rather be safe than sorry. You'd rather have a tighter fit than a looser fit, because when you have a loose fit, you lose a lot of the support features that are built into the shoe, so you can have some problems while you're playing in them, some sloppiness, possible ankle rolling and all that stuff, so you don't want to do that. So go with your whole size if you're a true to size whole size. Otherwise, if you're a half size, go up to the next size. So again, my toe is literally right here. Like, my toe just hits that little toe bumper right there, and I typically like shoes to fit like this. Usually I do like just a teeny bit of space. Like, my pinky width is typically like what I like, and I think I would get that in a size 9.5. But in this type of scenario where I don't want to lose any of the fit's performance features, this is just ideal for me, and I don't have any toe cramping or black toes or anything like that, and so it works good for me in that sense. And then the lacing, which you guys can see, is kind of like asymmetrical. It's not straight up and down the shoe. Really nicely wraps and envelopes. It pulls this section over the shoe over, and so it just kind of has like that glove-like fit along the midfoot, which I really enjoy. I think that this lacing system right here is perfect. They got TPU eye stays, so it's not going to rip through the textile build and all that stuff. And then the tongue area and the internal booty, it does lack a little bit of cushion and padding, so you might need to mess with the laces just a little bit to make sure that you don't cut off circulation, but otherwise these guys fit awesome. So real quick, we're going to talk about the traction once again, and these guys, hopefully you're going to be able to hear this, but it's got that screech or that squeak that a lot of people are looking for. That does not mean that you're getting great traction, but it's reassurance to some people. So if you need that, it's there. It's not a silent killer or anything like that, and you're not skating across the floor. These guys, they were good on every court that I took them on. I took them on some weird, I don't even know what to tell you. It was a Buddhist church. Shout out to my friend Dewey. He invited me. It was a great run, but it was this crazy Buddhist church. It looked like a farm and stuff, man, but the inside was like this gorgeous basketball court, and I just loved playing there. It was awesome. These guys were great in that setting. Even over at 24, where 24 is like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know what you're gonna get. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. These guys were solid, very consistent. And then here at Lifetime, I just have no problems. I don't even have to wipe or anything. Like, I'm just playing for however long I'm on the court. And again, the radial traction is great because it covers all directions. So whether you're going linear, you're covered. Whether you're going lateral, you're covered, all that stuff. And again, with this type of setup, it's consistent. So you're getting consistent coverage everywhere. So even if there's dust, you're gonna be able to, you know, do your thing, wipe, all that stuff. and then be good to go. Now I know that the back section of the shoe has kind of like that original traction pattern. I didn't notice anything as far as its playability on this colorway, but on the solid rubber colorway, I did notice that sometimes when the floor was a little bit more dusty, like I could feel it slip in the heel, mostly when I was on defense. When I'm on offense though, this stuff pretty much sticks like glue, man. This is more money than my shot right now, that's for sure. Now the cushion on these guys is what they're calling chrono foam. It's a full-length Pebax kind of foam system. So Pebax is really interesting because it could be a solid, it could be like a TPU style support shank, or it could be something as soft and bouncy as this guy right here, which is the midsole foam. So hopefully you're able to see this, but it just has a lot of like rebound and bounce to it, so you can push into it and it's going to compress. But then what's great about Pebax is it jets right back into shape. So what you get underneath your foot, that feeling of that is a little bit of a bouncy sensation. So the cushion system that I kind of like referred to as maybe a direct comparison would be Adidas's Bounce. Just this one feels a lot more lightweight underneath your feet, and so you're getting a lot more of that lightweight feeling with the same type of like bounce sensation underfoot, which I really like. And because it does compress so much in the rear right here, they actually put that little TPU plastic plate right there so it keeps it from rolling over and breaking and all of that stuff. So I think that's great, because that's one of the downsides to having something softer like a Boost or a React, is that sometimes it could be a little bit unstable. So they've really stabilized it, especially in the rear where you need that kind of protection. Now the materials are a textile. So you got a textile all along the upper right here. And then they have TPU kind of like skin fuse areas, mostly right here at the eye stay as well as the toe drag area. So this guy right here, it's been working really well. I do drag my toes. A lot of times it catches on the rubber, but sometimes it catches right here on the foot. It's still pretty durable. It hasn't like scuffed or marked up or anything like that, which I think is great. And then this area right here is just way stronger than the textile, so you're guaranteeing that you're not going to pull through on like a really high torque when you really stretch those lace zones out. Now it's not a direct guarantee, this could still rip, but it's just what it is. And I really like the way that everything feels. They feel broken in right from the jump, so even though they started off really tight, they broke in really quickly and stuff. So the thing is, like, these visually to me look like the Adidas Dame 2, and that's basically how I feel about this shoe. I feel like it's a better fitting, better traction version of the Dame 2. And if you guys remember my performance review of the Dame 2, I love those. I'm actually really impressed that he was able to do such a good job with just his second shoe, because you know, I heard about the issues in the first one and it looks like they've addressed most of those in the second model, and these things right here are beasts. Now the support on these guys is pretty much like on par with most brands. So while you don't have a super wide base or anything, you do have the little outrigger right here at the lateral end, which is great because that covers you right here, especially with the softer foam setup. And then you have that additional TPU piece right there that we talked about earlier. And underneath the foot, you do have a mini torsional shank right there, which you can pretty much see the entire size of it. It works great. It could be better, it could be beefier, it could be bigger, it could be carbon fiber, it could be, you know, a different shape and all that stuff, but for what's in here, that thing does its job really well. My only real complaint is right back here at the rear, where you have the little TPU heel counter and stuff, and this thing does its job really well. I only wish that it was just a slightly stronger plastic. Otherwise, like I said, that tight fitting overall fit that they've got is just really locks you in, so that allows all of those other design features that we talked about just now to do their job and to do it to its maximum capacity. So that pretty much takes care of it for the performance review on the Spencer Dinwiddie shoe, the Mark II. I don't even want to say its like actual name because I don't want to get it wrong and stuff. I had Google Translate do it for me last time. But I think that these are awesome. It's actually just a really nice surprise. It, again, really reminds me of like a reincarnated version of the Dame 2, which was a great shoe back then. It's still a great shoe now. These guys, they have just a little bit better cushion and a little bit better traction than that shoe itself. Now, if you wanted to check out Lifetime, all you gotta do is click the link in the description box below. We thank them very much for allowing us to come in here and use their facilities to record our reviews. We greatly appreciate it. And if you need any more information on these guys right here, all you gotta do is head over to WearTesters.com. There's gonna be another link down there where you can check out their price, their weight, their score. Also, if you need a link to buy these, I think they're only available at one place, and we'll leave that down below as well. And with that being said, I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching, for all the support, and I hope I don't break that. Oh, of course, I gotta go with my 50%, always. So let's go for round two. I'm gonna move out a little bit. Hopefully that doesn't hurt me. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, me in the ass. This is real time, people, okay? Real time. I just missed twice. I f***ed up my 50%, or my 50% percentage. So, with that being said, let's get it. Let's go. Oh my gosh. Just for anybody wondering, it's not the shoes, okay? It's not the shoes. I'm just stiff. I'm old, short, I'm white, but I can get a bucket sometimes. There we go.